do you want of me? Do what I beg you to do.
Now you come to me and you say, Don Corleone, give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me to murder.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice.
They want to get mixed up in the family business. You got to get up close like this, and bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
You give him one message, I want Salazzo.
Now that's all our war, we go to the back.
Some of the other families won't sit still.
They hand me Salazzo.
Your father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal.
They shot my father. That's business.
Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal.
You know my father. Men are coming here to kill him.
I never wanted this for you. I worked my whole life. I don't apologize to take care of my family. And I refused to be a fool. Dancing on the string held by all those big shots.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
The history of 2 generations of crime. The drama of absolute power and the men who violate it. The Godfather, Part 2.
What is your name?
Don Vito Corleone and his son Michael. Both had seen the ones they loved most cut down before their eyes. Both had killed as an act of vengeance. Both commanded the most powerful and merciless crime organization in the world.
Is it true that in the year 1950, you devised the murder of the heads of the so-called 5 families in New York?
It's a complete falsehood.
They would take any measures.
I mean, you've won. You want to wipe everybody out?
I don't feel I have to wipe everybody out, Tom. Just my enemies.
Make any arrangement.
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Order any death. To protect the empire they controlled. The Godfather and his heir. Both were men of ice, and both were targets.
They're still on the property. Please, Michael, please stay inside.
Keep them alive.
We'll try.
Michael, alive!
The Godfather, Part 2, is Sicily in 1921. And Nevada in 1958. It is revolution in Havana and rubouts in New York. It is manipulation.
It would be like trying to kill the president. There's no way we can get to him.
If anything in this life is certain, if history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
It is murder. And it is betrayal.
It was a son, and I had it killed because this must all end.
The Godfather, Part 2, is the final chapter in the violent history of the Corleone crime family. It is the motion picture masterpiece of the year.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I know I'd go from rags to riches.
To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States.
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
It meant being somebody in the neighborhood that was full of nobodies.
Oh, you broke your cherry.
Hey, Mom, what do you think?
You look like a gangster.
By the time I grew up, there was $30 billion a year in cargo moving through Idlewild Airport, and believe me, we tried to steal every bit of it.
You might know who we are, but we know who you are. You understand?
Yeah.
What kind of people are these?
What do you do?
I'm in construction. If we wanted something, we just took it, and you didn't even think about it. To us, it was better than Citibank.
Nice. It's great, but nice.
You got some nerve standing me up. Nobody does that to me. Who the hell do you think you are? Frankie Valli or some kind of big shot?
I was living in a fantasy.
Look at my eyes.
He's not Jewish.
Mazel tov.
For most of the guys, killings got to be accepted. Murder was the only way that everybody stayed in line.
What are we gonna do with him? We can't just dump him on the street.
Don't worry. I know a place up safe. I'll never find him.
You got out of line, you got whacked. Everybody knew the rules.
Hey, Henry, here's an arm.
Very funny, guys.
Here's a leg.
There's a wing. What do you like, the leg or the wing, Henry?
Okay, you ready?
Sometimes
For us, to live any other way was nuts. Anything I wanted was a phone call away. And we were treated like movie stars with muscle. We had it all just for the asking.
It's gonna be a good summer.
It was a glorious time.
In a world that's powered by violence, on the streets where the violent have power, a new generation carries on an old tradition.
These are honorable men.
You know, Tony, you got a way about talking about one thing and then zap.
Charlie,
You gotta be like me.
Tony,
Just be sure and tell him to be here tonight, all right?
Michael, Giovanni.
You're still around that kid, Johnny Boy. This Johnny Boy is named after me. Nice, huh? Oh, sure. But this Johnny Boy is a little bit like your friend Groppy, half crazy. I understand you try to help him out because of our family and his family. But that's nice, I understand. But watch yourself. Don't spoil anything. Honorable men go with honorable men.
4 honorable men. And Johnny Boy.
Why didn't you make your payment last Tuesday? What do you mean? I made my payment last Tuesday. What are you talking about? Charlie, you don't know what...
He's here.
Where?
Out front.
He's here?
Yeah.
So what do I care?
All right, let me go get him. We'll straighten this thing out, all right?
Hey, wait a minute, Charlie.
What?
Well, you're right.
I'm right.
Yeah, was it last Tuesday?
Yeah, that's the Tuesday. That was last week. That's before the one that's about to come up.
My mistake. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It was last week, the week before that I was thinking of.
4 honorable men. And Johnny.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with me, my friend. I'm feeling fine. Keep your mouth shut.
We're not gonna pay. We're not paying.
Joey.
But why? We just said we were gonna have a drink. And we don't pay mooks. What's a mook?
A mook? What's a mook?
I don't know.
What's a mook?
You can't call me a mook. I can't? No. I'll give you
Honorable men. They will pay their debt tonight in mean streets.
See what you're doing. I saw you.
What happens when she... You know, I borrow money all over this neighborhood, left and right, from everybody. I never paid them back, so I can't borrow no money from nobody no more, right? So who does that leave me to borrow money from but you? I borrow money from you because you're the only folk around here that I can borrow money from without paying back, right? Because I don't give this shit about you or nobody else. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Honorable men. Honorable men.
Miramax Films is proud to present one of the most celebrated motion pictures of the year. The winner of the 1994 Palme d'Or, the best picture of the Cannes Film Festival.
Come on, let's get in character. Why are you so interested in Big Man's wife? Well, he's going out of town in Florida, and he asked me if I'd take care of her while he's gone. Take care of her? No, man. Just show her a good time, make sure she don't get lonely. Girl, you see, this is a moral test of oneself.
I do believe Marcellus, my husband, your boss, told you to take me out and do whatever I wanted.
Whether or not you can maintain loyalty.
Night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. Pride only hurts, it never helps. In the fifth, your ass goes down.
I have to say, you play with matches, you get burned.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
We're in a lot of danger, aren't we?
I'm prepared to scour the earth for that moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Get down, get down. You got a corpse in a car, minus a head in a garage. Take me to it.
Don't you hate that?
Hey, what?
Uncomfortable silences.
John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer, Maria de Medeiros, Bing Rames, Eric Stoltz, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, and Bruce Willis.
Looking at something, friend? Yeah, my friend, Luca.
Die, you mother!
A new film directed by Quentin Tarantino. Pulp Fiction.
You really thinking about quitting?
Most definitely.
What you gonna do then?
Basically, I'm just gonna walk the earth.
What you mean walk the earth?
You know, like Kane in Kung Fu.
When I was your age, they would say we could become cops or criminals. What I'm saying is this. When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
This is not the regular police! This is the state police!
We are an elite unit.
This is who we're after.
Frank Costello.
You won't be paid as a regular cop, but there's a bonus involved.
So what do I do?
You will not ever know the identity of undercover people.
You have anyone in with Costello presently?
Maybe.
Do you know who I am?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna have my associates search you.
That was quick. Think he's dead already?
Get your hands off me!
I think we could work something out.
We are all convinced that Costello has at least one mole inside the Special Investigations Unit.
There are parts of my job I can't talk to you about.
Man, you are trouble.
You don't know the half of it.
You better get organized, quick.
Hey, last time I checked, I tipped you off and you're not in jail.
Getting the feeling we got a cop in my crew.
Sooner or later, he's gonna find out who I am, and he's gonna kill me.
I can get the rat. You just gotta let me do it my way.
If you don't, it won't be me who pays for it.
There is a leak from the inside. It's real, man. Smoke him out.
You're lying to me.
There are things you don't want to know about.
What are you waiting for, honestly? I mean, do you want him to chop me up and feed me to the poor? Is that what you guys want?
How's your mother?
She's on her way out.
You all are. Act accordingly.
Usually, when there is a crime, there is a motive.
I want to know why. 27 men died on that pier for what looks to be $91 million worth of dope that wasn't there.
Usually, when there is a lineup, there's only one real suspect.
This whole thing was a shakedown. And there's no way they'd line 5 felons in the same room.
But this is not the usual crime. This is not the usual motive.
He was in the harbor killing many men.
Kaiser Soze!
He saw Kaiser Soze.
And these are not the usual suspects. Keaton.
I'm a businessman.
McManus.
There's nothing that can't be done.
Hockney.
What, do you got a team of monkeys working around the clock on this?
Fenster.
Flip you for real.
Verbal Kint.
Roger, really. People say I talk too much.
He doesn't know what you want to know.
I don't think he does. Not exactly. But there's a lot more to his story, believe me.
In a world where nothing is what it seems,
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world
I know he's here.
he didn't exist.
you've got to look beyond the usual suspects.
I'm smarter than you. And I'm going to find out what I want to know, whether you like it or not.
I work for Kaiser Soze. He feels you owe him. He does not expect all of you to live, but those of you who do will have $91 million.
It was Kaiser Soze, Agent Kuyan. I mean, the devil himself.
I'm telling you, it's Kaiser Soze!
There is no Kaiser Soze.
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him. Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
When I introduce you, I'm gonna say, this is a friend of mine. That means you're connected, gang. Now, if I said instead, this is a friend of ours, that would mean you were made, gang. Like capiche?
When Lefty brought Donnie into his world,
Who's this guy? This is Donnie, a friend of mine.
he took a risk on a kid he hardly knew.
I'm gonna have to school you, my friend.
School me in what?
Wise guy never carries his money in a wallet, see? Always in a roll. Bina on the outside.
He gave him his trust.
You gotta get rid of that mustache and get yourself a pair of pants. Just like me.
He loved him like a son.
Nobody can touch you because I represent you. Keep your nose clean, follow the rules, be a good earner, and maybe one day when they open the books, you become a wise guy. I die with you, Donnie.
But he never knew the truth.
There's a war going on in that mafia family, and that is where Joe is undercover.
Donnie, come here.
I want to know where my husband is.
We don't know.
You're gonna freeze up? No. A lot of guys freeze up.
You said it was going to be 3 months. It's going on 3 years.
Who he's with and who he's close to, they're all the top dogs now. He's right in the line of fire.
There was a rat in Florida, Donnie.
You know what to do when you find that rat, right, Left?
Could be I found them already. In our thing, you get sent for, you go in alive, you come out dead, and it's your best friend that does it.
You have got to pull him out. You think I'm a rat?
How many times I have you into my own house? If you're a rat, then I'm the biggest mutt in the history of the mafia.
If I come out, Lefty dies. They're gonna kill him. Because he vouched for me. Because he stood up for me. That's the same thing as if I put a bullet in his head myself. Do you understand?
Who am I? I'm a spoke on a wheel. And so are you. Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk. I'm your best friend.
From the makers of Blood Simple and Raising Arizona, a world where nothing is what it seems to be. Leo, is he still the boss?
The day I back down from a fight, Casper's welcome to the rackets, this town, and my place at the table.
Casper, can he muscle in?
I'm sick of taking a strap from you, Leo. And I'm sick of the high hat.
Tom, would he sell out a friend?
You shouldn't be confronting Jenny, Casper. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
I can still trade body blows with any man in this town. Except you, Tom.
And Verna.
Verna, is she Leo's girl?
What did you tell Leo?
I told him you were a tramp and he should dump you.
I want everybody to be friends. You, me, Leo, the Dane.
You know who I am?
The Dane. Has he got it figured?
You dumping Leo for the guy who put a bullet in your brother?
Bernie, will he turn the tables?
Don't smart me. I want to watch you squirm. I want to see you sweat a little.
All you gotta do to show you're a friend is give me Bernie Burn Bum.
Tommy, you can't do this. You don't bump guys. It's not right, Tom. I can't do it.
Two of us have faced worse odds.
Never without reason.
I thought you said you didn't care about Leo.
I said we were through. It's not the same thing.
I'm talking about friendship. I'm talking about character. I'm talking about ethics.
Albert Finney, Gabriel Byrne, Marcia Gay Harden, John Turturro.
I can't die out here in the woods like a dumb animal. I can't die.
He's still alive.
You expect me to believe you?
No.
It's you all over town. Alive and no heart.
No one is what they seem to be.
Up is down, black is white.
At Miller's Crossing.
Put the gun down!
Here are your names. Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Who cares what your name is?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. You're Mr. White. You have a cool-sounding name.
Let's go to work.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right.
What happens if the manager won't give you the diamonds?
Cut off one of his fingers. The little one.
I feel scared in case I fall off the chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs.
If they hadn't done what I told them not to do, they'd still be alive.
It's so hard to keep a smile from my face. I'm all over the place.
You're acting like a first-year thief. I'm acting like a professional.
And your friendly alcoholic slap you on the back and say,
Choice has been doing 10 years.
He can have some stupid mother. Ain't no choice at all. Bam! Bam! Bam, 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 bam.
You're under arrest, sugar.
Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Chris Penn, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Tierney, and Michael Madsen. They're the Reservoir Dogs.
Hey, Joe, want me to shoot this guy?
I'm not interested in your friends in high places, and I don't trust politicians.
No, if we listened to you, we'd still be rolling drunks for a living.
You broke?
You'll carry that stink of the streets with you the rest of your life.
I like the stink of the streets. It makes me feel good. I like the smell of it. It opens up my lungs.
Arnon Milchan presents a Sergio Leone film starring Robert De Niro, Once Upon a Time in America. The story of friends. As boys, they made a pact to share their fortunes.
Agreed.
Their loves. And their lives.
You'll put up and you'll shut up. You hear nothing and you see nothing. Just like you did for Bugsy.
You was better off you stayed in the Bronx.
As men, they shared a dream.
I swear to God, Noodles, you and me together, we can make it come true.
To rise together from poverty to power.
There they are, the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
A dream they followed through 2 decades that changed the nation.
You ever think of setting yourselves up in business?
Oh my God!
They forged an empire built on greed, violence, and betrayal.
Today they ask us to get rid of Joe. Tomorrow they ask me to get rid of you. Is that okay with you? Because it's not okay with me.
Open it!
You want to go swimming?
Yeah, let's go for a swim.
We're gonna need you guys today.
You're the only person that I have ever cared about.
Maybe Sharky was right. Maybe I ought to just dump you.
He's gonna do this. He's gonna do it with or without you.
It began as a dream. It grew to an empire. It ended as a mystery that refused to die. Robert De Niro, James Woods, Elizabeth McGovern, Joe Pesci, Burt Young, Tuesday Weld, and Treat Williams in a Sergio Leone film, Once Upon a Time in America.
I was a hell of a handicapper, I can tell you that. I had it down so good that I ran paradise on earth. I had one of the biggest casinos in Las Vegas to run for Tangiers. You know, if I did it, I'd have to run it my way.
Nobody's gonna interfere with you running the casino, I guarantee it. Nicky, see that guy? Making a lot of money for us, so keep a good eye on it.
All right. Look at this place. It's made of money. What do you think about me moving out here?
I just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. You gotta keep a low profile. Right off the bat, they don't like guys like us.
Go! Yeah! You like your money a lot,
Yes,
don't you?
a lot.
Don't you? Well, how about that?
I want to settle down, I want a family.
You got the wrong girl.
You'll be set up for the rest of your life.
You don't know me. What do you know me 2-3 months?
They had it all. They ran the show. And it was paradise while it lasted.
They found a guy's head in the desert. That's no good.
We got a problem. He doesn't listen to me. Maybe you should get lost for a while. Take a vacation.
Can't make it any clearer, Sam. I would just get out.
I tried to do everything for you, even though I knew deep down inside you would bury me.
I buried you. You buried yourself.
I have to be able to trust you with my life. Can I trust you? Can I trust you?
I will go to the FBI. I will go to the police. I am not protecting you anymore.
You want me to get out of my own town? You only exist out here because of me.
He's a loose cannon.
No! Stop it!
You realize what you can do? You can get us all killed!
You want to get rid of me? Here I am. Go ahead, get rid of me.
All these years, what have I been telling you?
Yeah, I know. Stay in school, get 2 educations. I know.
That's right. This is my life, not yours. This is not for you. No guns.
I first met Sonny in 1960. I was 9 years old. He was the #1 man in the neighborhood. And as I grew, he grew in power. He became a boss. And I was his friend.
In a world called the Bronx,
Look, I'm your father. I love you. You're breaking my heart.
Sonny, trust me.
That man can never trust anybody. The sooner you know that, the better.
he was caught in a tug of war between his hardworking father
I tell your son to go to school, to go to...
You don't understand. It's not what you say. It's what he sees. It's the clothes, it's the cars, it's the money.
I treat that kid like he's my son.
He ain't your son. He's my son.
and the man who owned the neighborhood.
Don't you trust anybody?
No.
It's a horrible way to live.
For me, it's the only way.
Is it better to be loved or feared?
I would rather be feared. Because fear lasts longer than love.
What was I gonna do? Run away? Make people think I got no heart?
I mean, what makes you think you're so special? He'll hurt you like anybody.
Sometimes hurting somebody ain't the answer.
I know who you are, Sonny, and I know what you could do. This time you're wrong. You don't fool the man's family.
So what are you gonna do, fight me?
Stay away from my son!
Robert De Niro, Chaz Palminteri,
You worry about yourself, your family, and the people that are close to you. That's what it comes down to.
A Bronx Tale.
Let's talk business. This guy comes to town every Tuesday. Are you free Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm free Tuesday.
You can't stop what you can't see.
This guy came from the outside. He was a pro. He was fast.
In the art of the kill, Leon was the master.
Somebody's coming up. Somebody's serious.
He never missed a hit. He never got caught.
You're indestructible. Bullets slide off you. You played with them.
And above all else, he never had a reason to care. Until now.
I like these calm little moments before the storm.
My family was shot down by DEA officers.
3 kids here. One of them is missing. Find her.
Please open the door. Please.
From the director of La Femme Nikita.
If you don't help me, I'll die tonight. I can feel it.
An innocent girl with no one else to turn to.
What exactly do you do for a living?
Cleaner.
You mean you're a hitman? Cool.
A perfect assassin.
I need you to help me, Leon. I want to get those dirtbags who killed my brother.
With someone to finally believe in.
Change ain't good. Remember that, Leon.
I will.
They're about to come face to face with the cop who's crossed the line.
Bring me everyone.
You mean everyone?
Everyone!
man's castle. One man's woman. One man's heaven is another man's reason to raise hell. Meet Don Logan.
Cigarette. What? This? No, I'm not going to put it out.
Are you definitely retired?
Yeah, I'm retired. Why? You're needed in London this Friday.
It's a bit sudden, isn't it?
It's not sudden. Preparation, preparation, preparation.
Just say my name for me.
When I think of all the birds you could have had, you had to pick a dirty Dee.
I love her with all my heart.
You're the problem, you Dr. White, onkin jamrag, arkin spunk rubber. Your middle name ungrateful or what? And you got nothing to say. Just gonna stand there like Porky Pig, hiding behind your wife's skirt, your ex-porn star's wife's skirt.
I'm happy here.
I'm gonna let you be happy, what should I?
Do what Don wants.
Who's behind this?
Teddy Bess.
Mr. Black Magic himself.
He'll hurt you.
Do what Don says.
Are you saying no?
No.
What are you saying?
I'm just gonna have to turn this opportunity down.
No, you're just gonna have to turn this opportunity yes.
Because Don
Do the job.
No, Don.
Yes.
No.
doesn't
I can't.
You can.
I can't.
You can't.
do.
Do it.
And I said no.
No.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I know you love me because I feel strong.
Ray Winston. Ben Kingsley. Ian McShane. Sexy beast.
Back off, I'm beautiful.
There's a bit of the beast in everyone.
One win and run coming right up, boys.
Bye.
Hey, Mr. Stahl.
Hey, Jared.
Morning, Pat. Hey, Tom. Thanks, Tom. Good as ever.
Have a good evening. Just closing up, fellas.
Coffee.
I'm sorry, we're closed.
Oh, I know that. I do know that. Shut up!
We don't carry much cash here.
Don't move. Do it!
They were gonna kill us. You saved our lives.
Hello, my hero.
Tom Stahl is a family man with long-standing ties to this community. Right now, this community is rallying behind him and calling him a hero.
Way to go, Tommy.
Great, more reporters.
They look like reporters.
You're the big hero.
Really don't like to talk about it, sir.
You sure took care of those two bad men, Joey.
My name is Tom. It's Joey.
You tell me.
Sarah? Sarah! My daughter, where is she?
What's going on, Dad? They thought they knew me. Thought I was somebody else.
Nothing to worry about, Mrs. Stahl. I've been watching over.
I don't know what you want, and I don't really care.
You should care about what I want, because what I want might change your life. Why don't you ask Tom and ask him how come he's so good at killing people?
Tell me the truth.
What are you?
Okay, so what do you call yourself? Huh? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Where'd you learn to speak the English, Tony?
In a school. And my father, he was from the United States. Yeah, just like you know. He was a Yankee. He used to take me a lot to the movies, you know. I learned. I watched the guys like Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney. They teach me to talk. I like those guys. I always know one day I'm coming here, United States.
1980, Miami. They called it Little Havana, where the American dream had a price tag, and only one man in a million was hungry enough to pay.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Scarface. For one brief moment, the world was his.
A chick is with. She like me.
You must be kidding.
What you talking about? That's a Cadillac.
How do you know?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Man, that's the boss's lady, okay?
I am the boss. That guy's soft.
I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you.
Here's to the land of opportunity.
We do business together a long time.
I know the street, and I'm making all the right connections.
Remember I told you when you started, the guys who last in this business are the guys who fly straight.
With the right woman, there's no stopping me. I could go right to the top.
The word on the street, Tony, is you're not a small-time punk anymore. Supreme Court says that your privacy can be invaded.
You shoot the house this month?
You're spending a lot of money on this counter surveillance.
We're doing 10 million, 15 million a month. Come on. Now, that's serious money, you know? Your bank boys gotta come down a bit.
Who else can you trust? That's why you pay us what you do. You trust us. You're in good hands with us.
Al Pacino is Scarface. He loved the American dream with a vengeance. Al Pacino, Scarface.
We think he might be Russian mafia.
And he was a member of Vorev Sokonia. In Russian prisons, your life story is written on your body. In tattoos. You don't have tattoos, you don't exist.
I'm afraid we've lost the mother.
Unidentified woman died December the 20th, 2313. Baby girl born 20th December, 2314.
Anya, where did you get this?
I found it in the handbag of the girl who died in my ward.
You should bury her secrets with her body.
I'm a midwife. I was hoping to speak to the manager.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry if she had worked here. I would remember it is said.
It's all right. I'll probably find out more once I get her diary translated.
A diary?
You want to go for a drink?
It's Christmas. Everything's closed.
Sometimes, if things are closed, you just open them up.
This girl ended up in the hands of the Vorev Sokonia. Do you know what that means?
How did you get in here?
There are always open doors.
He wants the diary.
My son Kyrillos mentioned many times.
I think he was threatening to harm the baby.
If the diary should find its way to the police.
Okay, boss. You don't have to worry. Police won't find anything.
She was 14, just a child.
Forget any of this ever happened. Stay away from people like me.
You've read the diary. How can you keep doing what you're doing?
I decide what's right and what's wrong. You can't afford to be killers in any area.
I need to know who you are.
Show some respect.
This is respect.
The Vori were like a contagious disease. There's no cure once they've touched you.
Peter, I can't come to your concert tonight. I'm working.
Working at what? What's Papa's job? He works for Mr. Rooney.
Who's got a hug for a lonely old man?
Papa didn't have a father, so Mr. Rooney looked after him.
You rule this town as God rules the earth.
I love Mr. Rooney. We had nothing. He gave us a home, a life.
Oh. He goes on missions for Mr. Rooney.
Take Mike with you.
No, Paul, fine.
Take Mike with you.
They're very dangerous. That's why he brings his gun.
Connor, what the hell are you thinking?
He saw everything.
Can he keep a secret?
He's my son.
A man of honor always keeps his word.
Michael, tomorrow when they find out we're gone, they're gonna come after us. I have to protect you now.
I'd like to apologize, especially to you, Pa.
You would like to apologize? Sons are put on this earth to trouble their fathers. Natural law.
You gotta take him now.
I know who to call. There's a guy who's done some work for us in the past.
To be paid to do what you love. Isn't that the dream?
Get out!
I cannot fight you and them at the same time.
I can take care of myself fine. You think it's my fault this happened?
It was not your fault.
You won't make it. Not with a little boy.
What are you gonna do?
Just one last thing, and then it's done. Look out for the tractor, Michael.
Watch out for the tractor!
We made it.
Oh, yeah, we made it.
This is the life we chose, the life we lead. And there is only one guarantee. None of us will see heaven.
Michael could.
I grew up in a tough neighborhood. Sometimes reputation follows you.
Robert De Niro is Al Capone.
There is violence in Chicago, of course, but not by me and not by anybody I employ, and I'll tell you why, because it's not good business.
Kevin Costner is Elliot Ness.
I have sworn to put this man away with any and all legal means at my disposal, and I will do so.
Sean Connery is Jimmy Malone.
You want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
You just joined the Treasury Department, son. Everybody knows where the booze is. The problem isn't finding it.
Let's do some good!
The problem is who wants to cross the pond.
Somebody messes with me, I'm gonna mess with him.
You carry a badge?
Yes.
Carry a gun.
Get your hands in the air!
You're all under arrest.
You fellas are untouchable. Is that the thing? No one can get to you? Hey, everybody can be gotten to.
All right, then. Drive him to the station. Anything happens, you shoot first. You understand me?
Well, I'll tell you one more thing. You got an all-out prize fight, you wait till the fight's over, one guy's left standing, and that's how you know who won.
Just tell me, are you being careful?
Careful as mice.
I want to hurt the man Malone. I want to start taking the battle to him. I want to hurt Capone.
This man can finger Al Capone. This man could put Capone behind bars.
Well, what's the matter? Can't you talk with a gun in your mouth?
You're not approving your methods. Yeah? Well, you're not from Chicago.
I want you to find this Nancy boy Elliot Ness. I want him dead. I want his family dead.
Paramount Pictures presents a Brian De Palma film.
I have forsworn myself. I have broken every law I swore to defend. I have become what I beheld, and I am content that I have done right.
You got nothing. Nothing. And if you were a man, you would have done it now.
Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
The Untouchables.
The man I worked for had one of the biggest companies in New York City. He didn't own his own company. White man owned it, so they owned him. Nobody owns me, though. The most important thing in business is honesty.
Bribery, extortion,
integrity, hard work,
murder, racketeering,
family. Never forgetting where we came from.
Who is this guy?
So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you ain't nobody.
Whose house is that, Frank?
That is your house, mama.
Mine!
Want what you got, Uncle Frank? I want to be you.
My investigation indicates that Frank Lucas is above the mafia.
Who does he work for? Which family?
He's not Italian, he's black.
No black man has accomplished what the American mafia hasn't in 100 years.
They tried to kill my wife.
Frank Lucas is the most dangerous man walking the streets of our city.
This is my home. My country. Frank Lucas don't run from nobody. This is America.
He's here. I can feel it.
You search for the scent of your prey, and then you hunt them down. That's the only thing you're committed to.
It keeps me sharp, on the edge, where I gotta be.
You want to be making moves on the street? Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
Now, my life's a disaster zone because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block.
I do what I do best. I take scores. You do what you do best, trying to stop guys like me.
You've been walking through our life dead.
All I am is what I'm going after.
From The Godfather to Scent of a Woman.
What do we got?
From Raging Bull to Goodfellas.
Assume they got our phones, assume they got our houses, assume they got us.
Their performances have created a legacy of landmark films.
I want full surveillance. That's 24 hours, round the clock. We never close, open 7 days a week.
Now, for the first time, America's two most electrifying actors collide.
With this guy, there's more cheap you should pass.
The bank is worth the risk. You should take it down.
12.2 million.
You're up.
This crew is good.
It ain't
worth the risks you take, like in risk versus reward, baby.
You're fugitive number one with a bullet.
I'm double the worst trouble you ever had.
If I'm there, I gotta put you away. I won't like it, but I'll tell you, you are going down.
What if you do got me boxed in, and I gotta put you down? Because no matter what, you will not get in my way. I will not hesitate for a second.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Val Kilmer in a Michael Mann film. Heat.
Well, you look just like a little hillbilly boy. I do declare. Oh, mercy me. Oh, it stirs.
Their paths crossed like two hot wires. They roared off on what might easily have been a wild, romantic lark. But almost before they knew it, with the giggles still in their ears, they had bloodied up 4 states.
Get away!
Sonny!
Go on!
Honey? Please, honey, don't never leave me without saying nothing.
Frank just figured on some easy pickings, didn't you, Frank? You know, Texas Ranger, you ain't hardly doing your job. You ought to be home protecting the rights of poor folk, not out chasing after us. I know, but don't take a personal fight.
Look, what do you want to do with him then? Hang him. I don't know.
Take his picture. And then everybody's going to see Captain Frank Hammer of the Texas Rangers with the Barra Gang.
Now, you know, we are just about the friendliest folks you would ever want to meet.
Hey, Buck. Yeah? Get the Kodak.
Doggies! Hold it, hold it.
That's Bonnie, Faye Dunaway. That's Clyde, Warren Beatty.
Stop that car! Left up ahead, turn left! Left!
I need to know everything you know about the Winter Hill Gang, and specifically what you know about your former boss and now fugitive, James Whitey Bulger.
Let's start. In the beginning, Jim was a small-town player. He's a very smart, disciplined man.
Take your shot, but make it your best. Because I get up, I eat you.
And the next thing you know, he's a damn kingpin. You know why? Because the FBI let it happen.
I grew up with Jimmy and his brother Billy, the senator. And that is a bond that doesn't get broken. Your brother is wading into some very dark waters. Jimmy's business is Jimmy's business. We all need friends. Even Jimmy. Even you. I can help you, Jimmy, and you can help me. It's an alliance. We get the FBI to fight our wars, and we do whatever we want to do. For success. Just getting started.
Till it's gone.
Boom!
Jump to the sky for my people. I walk through the
We're all just playing this. Making a fool of the Bureau.
We're in too deep. And he knows it. Come around me telling me I changed.
God help us.
How come no one has nailed Whitey Bulger? He seems to be involved in every crime in the city, and yet the Bureau keeps saying he's clean.
Well, what's Bulger done?
What's he done? Everything.
I'm at the trash can, not the last man at the finish line now.
You cannot say that to me.
You can just follow and push around. I'm not the changing job in the haystack that you finally found. This ain't no free rent, come up with your tent, yeah, tie me down.
If he gives me his word, he will keep it.
Till it's gone. Till it's gone.
On my challenge, we have met at this chosen ground to settle for good and all who holds sway over the 5 points, us natives or the foreign hordes.
With this knife that struck him down, let me put to rest my father's ghost. Who are you?
You're the priest's son, aren't you?
His name's Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. I'm New York. Everything you see belongs to me. The newsboys and quick thieves and blind tigers here in paradise. Everybody owes, everybody pays.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm dancing.
So why aren't you dancing with him?
I'm not in love with him.
There's more of us coming off these ships every day. 15,000 Irish a week. Get all of us together and we ain't got a gang. We got an army. Challenge.
Challenge accepted. I took the father. Now I'll take the son.
I give you my word. This will all be finished tomorrow.
No, it won't.